The conservation of mechanical energy. For simplicity, we demonstrate this important principle for one-dimensional motion. Suppose that a body undergoes displacement delta x under the action of conservative force F, then from the WE theorem we have delta k equals f of x into delta x. If the force is conservative, the potential energy function V of x can be defined such that minus delta V equals f of x into delta x. The above equations imply that delta k plus delta V equals 0, delta k plus V equals 0. Which means that k plus v, the sum of the kinetic and potential energy of the body, is constant. Over the whole path xi to xf, this means that ki plus v of xi equals kf plus v of xf. The quantity x plus v of x is called the total mechanical energy of the system. Individually, the kinetic energy k and the potential energy v of x may vary from point to point, but the sum is a constant. The aptness of the term conservative force is now clear. Let us consider some of the definitions of a conservative force. A force f of x is conservative if it can be derived from a scalar quantity v of x by the relation given by equation 6.9. The three-dimensional generalization requires the use of a vector derivative, which is outside the scope of this book. The work done by the conservative force depends only on the endpoints. This can be seen from the relation W equals kf minus ki, which equals v of xi minus v of xf, which depends on the endpoints. A third definition states that the work done by this force in a closed path is 0. This is once again apparent from equation 6.11, since xi equals xf. Thus, the principle of conservation of total mechanical energy can be stated as the total mechanical energy of a system is conserved if the forces doing work on it are conservative. The above discussion can be made more concrete by considering the example of gravitational force once again and that of the spring force in the next section. Figure 6.5 depicts a ball of mass m being dropped from a cliff of height h. Figure 6.5, the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy for a ball of mass m dropped from a height h. The total mechanical energies E0, E small h and E capital H of the ball at the indicated heights 0, that is ground level, small h and capital H are E capital H equals mg capital H, E small h equals mg small h plus half mvh square, E0 equals half mvf square. The constant force is a special case of a spatially dependent force f of x. Hence, the mechanical energy is conserved. Thus, E capital H equals E0 or mg capital H equals half mvf square. Vf equals root of 2gh. A result that was obtained in session 3.7 for a freely falling body. Further, E capital H equals E small h, which implies Vh square equals Vg into capital H minus small h, and is a familiar result from kinematics. At the height h, the energy is purely potential. It is partially converted to kinetic at height small h and is fully kinetic at ground level. This illustrates the conservation of mechanical energy.